resume our search for baby Snooks in a few moments. But now, we'd like to have you meet our young singing star of Paramount Pictures, Bob Graham, singing How Deep is the Ocean.
Would I cry? How can I tell you what is in my heart? How can I measure each and every part? How can I tell you how much I love you? How can I measure just how much I do? How much do I love you? I'll tell you no lie. How deep is the ocean? How high is the sky? How many times a day do I think of you? How many roses are sprinkled with you? Would I travel to be where you are? How far is the journey from here to a star? And if I ever lost you, how much would I cry? Is the ocean? How high is the sky?
You back again?
Well, I just thought...
Yeah?
Well, a little refreshment for our guest.
If you mean that so-called radio comedian, no.
Oh, now. Look, I'll fix it. Let's see, now, where would the coffee be?
Not in the oven.
Oh, no. Of course not. Well, here we are. Stanky coffee.
What a coffee, Higgins.
What?
Why, Sanka's the coffee that lets everybody sleep. It's got the caffeine taken out, that's why. You see, it's the caffeine in coffee, not the coffee itself, that robs so many people of sleep.
How did you get in here again, Wilcox?
Oh, I was just passing by the kitchen window when I heard you say Sanka coffee. And at once I said to myself, Wilcox, if you're half the man I think you are, you'll go right in there and see if Mr. Higgins has had any news about Snooks. So here I am.
Huh.
And I...
Wouldn't be the Sanka.
Say, did you ever taste a coffee that could compare with it in richness and freshness and body? Why, a man would be mad to pass up a cup of Sanka coffee. But don't get me wrong. If I had to choose between Snooks and Sanka coffee...
There isn't any news of Snooks, Wilcox.
Oh, too bad. Well, I'll just finish up my coffee and go then. I know you'd rather be alone at a time like this, Higgins. So long. Now, back to our search for baby Snooks.
Well, we've gone through the house, Mr. Campbell.
Are you sure you've told me everything, Higgins?
Everything I know.
And I've spoken to everybody in your family?
Everybody except Uncle Louis Groot.
Well, where's...
Here we are, back in the living room. Uncle Louis, get out from under that sofa.
Well, all right. But if you weren't such a cheapskate, I wouldn't have to search for your cigars like a sneak thief.
It If you'd buy your own, I wouldn't have to hide them all the time.
I choose to take that as an insult. I've got a good mind to pack up and leave.
Oh, yes?
Right after supper.
Who's your bug-eyed companion here? Who's his...
Bug-eyed?
Louis. That's no way to talk to a guest in my house. This is Eddie Cantor, and he's going to ask you a few questions.
I got an alibi, mister. I was standing there minding my own business. Wait a minute. Look what's around. It was a nice conversation we had. Look, I'm not a detective. I just want to ask you a few amateur questions.
Oh, well, go ahead. I'll give you a few professional answers.
Being questioned is nothing new for Louis.
Well, don't worry. He won't outsmart me. What's your name?
Louis Groot.
Where were you born?
New Orleans.
How old are you?
55.
Are you a citizen?
Yeah, you?
Yes.
Age?
53.
Born?
New York.
Name?
Eddie Cantor. Who's asking who?
Is he? I told you you wouldn't get anything out of him.
Well, I'll be running along. Don't hesitate to call on me.
Goodbye, Mr. Groot.
So long, Bug-Eye.
Bug-Eye.
Don't run the door.
Such strange people.
Yes, I wish I could lose him instead of Snooks. Oh, poor little Snooks.
I'm terribly sorry I haven't been able to help you, Mr. Higgins. Of course, I will make an announcement on the radio, but I wish I could do something in the meantime.
Oh, you couldn't do anything. Nothing can take the place of my little girl.
Not even me?
You?
Well, I feel I've been listening to Snooks so often I could use just as well...
Really? That's impossible.
Why, Daddy?
Oh, no! No, not that.
I want to be Snooks.
Now, how can you? You're Eddie Cantor and Snooks is Snooks.
I want to be Snooks.
This is silly. You're not a child.
What am I?
What do you think you are?
An elephant?
You are not.
When I grow up, Daddy, can I be an elephant?
Why, of course not. Why should you want to be an elephant?
So I can squirt water through my nose?
Look, let me tell you something.
All right, I'll sit on your lap.
No.
You want to sit on my lap, Dad?
Aren't you acting a little bit silly?
Uh-huh. Of course, it's way past my bedtime, Daddy.
Well, what do you want me to do about it?
Tuck me in my little bed and put me to sleep, Daddy?
Oh, sure. I carry you up to the nursery and tuck you in bed. Anything else you want?
Yes.
What?
Kiss me.
Don't do that.
Daddy!
What?
I want to get out of bed.
What for?
You know. I'm thirsty, Daddy. I'm thirsty.
Never mind, I'm not listening.
You'll be sorry.
I'm sorry enough now. Don't bother me.
If I don't bother you and go to sleep, can I go out and play with the girls tomorrow, Daddy?
Oh, what would you be doing playing with little girls?
Who said anything about little girls?
That's the last straw. You want to be Snooks, eh?
Uh-huh.
And you want me to treat you just like I treat her?
Yeah.
Come here, dear.
Here I am, little Daddy. What do you want?
This. I'm sorry, Mr. Cadbury. For a minute, I forgot myself.
You see, it did you some good. It helped you forget. And believe me, Mr. Higgins, I'll keep on trying to find your little girl. I'm going to make that radio announcement tonight.
What are you going to say?
Just this. If anybody discovers the whereabouts of Snooks, please get in touch with her daddy, Lancelot Higgins, in Sycamore Terrace. Thank you, and good night.
The first program in the series, introducing the new Baby Snooks show, which will star Fanny Brice as Baby Snooks, with Hanley Stafford as Daddy, Carmen Dragon and his orchestra, and Bob Graham, vocalist. Stay tuned to this station for the adventures of the Thin Man, which follows station identification. And be sure to listen next week at the same time for another Baby Snooks show. Our guests then will be Sidney Greenstreet, Robert Benchley, and Peter Lorre. Harlow Wilcox speaking. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcast.